Hi guys, it's Sam from Creatively Sam's, and today I'm decorating my lantern for the season. This is more winter than Christmas, and it's got tons of sparkle. And if you want to see how I did this, stay tuned. It's coming up next. Now it's definitely time to redo this, because it isn't fall anymore. So I'm going to take all of this off of the top of this lantern and start making it look a little wintry. I don't want to make this look Christmas because it's going to stay up until probably spring. You might remember when I made this, it's only attached by chenille stems. So all I'm going to do is take off the chenille stems and it's ready to go. And this is the way I always do a lantern. That way it can be reused easily. So the first thing I'm going to do is make a nice big bow and get going from there. Before I get started, the first thing I'm going to do is put new batteries in it. Since the battery compartment is on the bottom, it has a tendency to squish the top. And this is on a timer, so these batteries should be good for at least a month, maybe 2. Turn it on, make sure it's working, which it is. Okay, I'll turn that off and reset the timer when it's all done. Okay, I made a big bow for the front and long tails, and then I made a small bow for the back. Now, this is going to be on a bookcase, so I really didn't need this, but I'm just showing you. If yours is going to be kept out, you just add them with the chenille stems. And you can cut these off or twist them up and make little spirals or whatever you want. Okay, now that I have the bow on, I get to start adding goodies. I had a couple little pieces of ribbon left over, so I just dovetailed the ends, and I'm just going to glue these just to add a little more of the color of the ribbon. And I'm going to glue this to the ribbon, not to the lantern. And I'll put one in the back. I've had these little ornaments for a few years. I got them at Walmart. I honestly don't know if they still carry them. They started out like this, and I don't know if you can see that the glitter is coming off of them. So what I do is just add some Mod Podge and some holographic glitter. And I'm just going to add this right here. And all I'm going to do is loop that over one of the loops of the bow. Let's put it over the one that's in the middle. And there's the beginning. I wanted a pea stub in here, and the only one I had was this sad looking little thing. So I got out my bag of feathers. And I'm going through them trying to find small ones, like this. And I'm going to put a couple on the tails. And I might take a little tiny piece off the end of one of these to put up on top. I'll have to see how that works. Okay, I found a couple of long, skinny feathers. Unfortunately, this one is really curved. Let's see if I can bend it straight. Oh yes, much better. So I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue right there. Come on, glue gun. And put that one right there to give it a nice long fluffy tail. And this other one that's a little shorter and a little fluffier, I'm just going to press in the same glue. Now I gotta look for something for the wings on the side. Okay, I found a couple of feathers with wide ends. So I'm going to cut the ends off. And I'm going to glue that on the side. And I'll glue one on the other side too. And I don't know if you can see it, but there is actually a right side and a wrong side to these feathers. You can see more of the texture on the back. And I think I got these at Walmart. I know they have them, and I know that Joann's has them. Not sure about Michael's. And I'm going to put just a little bit of glue on the body so that they stay down. Well, so far it's looking a whole lot better than it did. I was going to use one of those end pieces for up top, but I think I want something really soft and fluffy. And I think that'll work. And I'm going to have feathers all over my craft room, but that's okay, because I have another project in mind for these feathers. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on his head. Oh, I like that. That's quite the change. Okay, I'm going to clip these wires off, and I'm going to glue him right into the bow. Okay, I found a few more tiny feathers, and I'm just going to put these in among the bows, kind of close to the little pea stub. But not right up against it. And now I think we're going to start moving on to some florals. But I like the fluffy, airy look that gives. I thought about using poinsettias, but I think these are entirely too big. And I think they kind of take over the arrangement. So what I'm going to do is use some of these silver berries that I've had for years. And I'll just be cutting these down and tucking them in and around until it starts to look a little full. Okay, I found a whole bunch of silver berries. And I'm going to put these all around the bow. And I'm honestly not sure if I'm going to do anything but berries, because this is looking so icy. And I'm just really loving it. Let me get this adjusted so you can see better. Yeah, I think that's a little better. And I'm just going to keep adding these berries because I'm really liking the way this looks. And I have two different sizes. And I'm going to start, see, I've got the tinier ones and the bigger ones, and I'm going to use the small ones first. Definitely have to save these holly leaves for another project. Oh yeah, I really like the way this looks. Okay, you can see in here. So I'm going to put a nice thick bunch of berries in there. And that's where the two bows come together. And that completely hides it. I'm really liking this no flower look. It's definitely going to last way past Christmas. I'm going to be able to use this all through the winter. I cut that bunch of berries down, and I'm just going to throw them in the bow. Just to keep giving it more filler. Okay, I'm down to 2 little bunches of berries, and I honestly don't know where else I could put these. I really like the way this turned out. There's not a flower on it. And it just looks so icy and wintry. And this is going to look terrific on my bookcase. Okay, there it is completed. I'm going to turn the light out. That thing's sparkling like crazy. And there's the topper. Not a flower in it. If you like what you saw, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and happy creating, everyone.